Hi everyone and welcome back. So today I just wanted to talk about one of the most phenomenal books that I read recently, semi-recently. It's called Finding Me by Viola Davis. Personally, I think she's a phenomenal actor. She's a phenomenal person. What I love about her life is that she's public, but she's also private. She's so serious about not only what she does in the acting field, but also just what she stands for. I love that she covers mental health topics. I love that in every scene that she makes or creates, she does it with so much authenticity. You feel like you're in the room with her. So there's a phenomenal book that she wrote, and it's called Finding Me by Viola Davis. So one of the things that I encountered about her is vulnerability. She makes emotional and personal vulnerability as a superpower, whereby I learned when you allow yourself to be vulnerable, you remain teachable and you learn a lot from past mistakes. It is in the same way when you're going for example, a job interview. Maybe it didn't go well as you had planned, but you end up learning lessons. Maybe you learn lessons on how to be more confident. You learn lessons maybe how to reframe your answers correctly. If you're in a toxic work environment, you learn how to be kind, to be gentle towards others. You learn to stand up for yourself also. And you also learn that people are going through their own manner of things, and at times it's not about you, it's totally about them. Then embrace your personal background. Whether it was what you'd think as the best or worst, it makes you you, you. You know the way everyone keeps on saying, be authentic, be authentic, be authentic. Well, that's how we were created. We were not created to be copycats. We were not created to be the same as somebody else. Somebody else is the life of the party. You, on the other hand, are the person who talks to the person at the corner of the room, or you're the person who knows how to be in service of others. We are all uniquely different, and our unique abilities and differences are what makes us become the best in whatever fields we are in. Embrace new experiences, new friends, and new places. They help you discover yourself. For example, if you've always been afraid of solo tripping, you don't have to go the first 3 days alone. You can just go to a local museum alone. You can, embrace talking to new people. You can embrace new experiences, taking yourself out to a restaurant, taking yourself out to buy whatever it is you want to buy, whatever thing is your fancy. It could be makeup, it could be just going to a car depot and just seeing what vehicles are available. It could be anything, it would be pottery, it would be, everything. Then I'm a huge advocate, and I love that Viola Davis is also a huge advocate. She talks about therapy, and therapy is a way to relearn what you subconsciously learn. So if you learn that asking for help isn't the right thing because there is the aftermath of somebody telling you that they did this and this for you, then therapy is a way to relook at that and ask yourself, that was just somebody else's perspective. That was them talking from a place of heart. That was them talking from a place of their own issues. I mean, people actually really want to help me, and I also, on the other hand, really want to help other people. Or it could be from a place of standing up for yourself. Maybe you were never given that opportunity. Every time you tried to stand up for yourself, it was either being beaten, being bashed, being ashamed in front of others. So you ended up being quiet, and now you notice that it has taken a toll on you. Therapy will help you to rethink about those things. Talk and heal your inner child. The little child in you wants to play, wants to reconnect. But when we become adults, we shut down that part. We shut down what that inner child would have needed. Look at that inner child and reassure her the root of our lack of confidence or esteem, worthiness, is from our introductory experiences. If, for example, you suffer from self-esteem, look at yourself like that 3-year-old child and look at the environment that you are in 360 degrees. First and foremost, acknowledge that maybe the people around you did not teach you those things. Maybe they didn't know how to. And then Take that inner child figuratively into your lap and tell them you are loved, you're okay, you are adequate, you're enough, you are worthy, you are the best. Each and every day, step and repeat, step and repeat. Because you see, what we keep on learning to do every day becomes part of who we become and becomes ingrained in us. And you see, what we put in is what we get out, is what we put out in the world. And it's always good to be able to put positive things out in the world. Because you see, people will not remember what you said. They might not even remember how you looked, what size you are, or the things that you do. But they'll always remember if they felt seen by you, if they felt heard by you, if they felt empathy from you, if they felt love. Number 6, pray for what you want. Believe when you pray, and God will reveal it by His terms, and learn to agree with God. In part of this book, Viola Davis talks about when she married her husband Julius. She had gone through a lot of traumatic experiences, and she had gone for years and years of therapy. But when God put that desire of marriage in her heart, somebody challenged her and told her, pray for what you want. Pray for the kind of man you want. If you want him to be tall, if you want him to be black, if you want him to be white, if you want him to have certain attributes, maybe peaceful, caring, loving, in touch with who he is, in touch with his purpose, pray about it. And in real sense, when you read that book, Viola Davis got exactly what she prayed for. And pray when you believe. Talk about it like it's already existing. If, for example, you're looking for a partner, tell God, thank you, God, for giving me this desire. Thank you, God, for giving me this desire for marriage. Thank you, God, for giving me this desire for work. Thank you, God, for giving me this desire for a business. Father, I desire that this business may be like this, like this, like this. I desire that this work environment may be like this, and this. I desire that this person may be this and this and this. And always remember to surrender yourself unto God. Even those things that we desire, tell God, this is what I want. May your will be done. And even if you do not give me that which I desire, you will still remain God. Because we do not want to pray to God from a place of, you must give me. It is from a place of, Lord, you're the best and you know me better. So I am surrendering this part of my life unto you. Then teach yourself to reinvent yourself and allow yourself to die to your old ways. It is very hard to change habits, especially the destructive ones, especially the ones whereby maybe you've been a couch potato for years, you have maybe been drinking for years, maybe you've been in a string of relationships that have left you empty. And many of us, or many times, we wait for that thing to nudge us out of it, to make it be the breaking point. And sometimes it never comes, but our decision can, because it's the little things that God brings to our lives that makes us look at life differently. Maybe you're in a place of just consuming, and God knows that you can create. So He keeps on putting ideas, and you think it's just coincidence, or you don't want to think about them, or you put them on the side. But the truth is that's where your path is. Or maybe you've been thinking about a business and wondering, I don't have expertise, but there's this business that I can do. If I will do this, I would think about, and God is giving you that idea. Then it's always good to look at them, please write them down and pray about it, and look for ways in which you can be able to change how you do your things. If you're a couch potato, maybe, or you love watching movies, instead of changing 360 degrees in one day, which will make you go back to doing what you had been doing before, you can say, okay, out of 24 hours, I can give 2 hours a day to just writing down what I'd like to talk about, what I'd like to consume, what I'd like other people to learn, for example. And you also have to get your power back, get back up and shine. Sometimes we can find ourselves in situations whereby maybe we've been accused wrongly, or things didn't go our way, and society expects us to fold. Society expects us to, live our life based on what happened. But we choose. You have the locus of control. You have the steering wheel. Fine, this and this happened, but you can get back your shine. You can get back up. You can decide differently. People have been knowing me as shy and introverted. Well, today I'm going to learn how to present myself. I'm going to learn how to be okay on camera. I'm going to learn how to just show up for myself and show up for others. Then always keep your memories as lessons learned and the things you did not like, and learn to do the alternative. So if growing up you didn't like that you lived in life, ensure that you create an environment whereby your children or your family does not learn, especially in terms of the emotional aspect. Because what I've come to learn growing up is that a child, fine, we need clothes, shelter, food, and school, but the marker of success as an adult is how emotionally well you are. Because so many of our people sometimes are damaged because of emotional neglect or emotional abuse. Because those are the things that go left unseen. A slap, a punch, somebody will see. But emotional hurt sometimes becomes very difficult. And so we look at those things and say, you know what, if I was neglected, I'm not going to neglect my family. I'm not going to neglect my children. If people are not there for me or my friends didn't support me, you know what, I have this new friend or I have this group of colleagues and they're doing this and this. I will try and encourage them. I will try and be there for them. I will try and help them where possible. Learn to love, to heal. Because we keep on thinking, oh, the grass must be greener on the other side. The grass must be greener on this other side. But the truth is, the grass is only as green as where you water it. If you water yourself every day, then you're going to see changes incrementally. It's like compound interest. When you put money in maybe a money market fund or a bank, in a year you'll see some amount that has increased. And sometimes these things are not felt immediately. You'll feel it over time, but at the end of the day, they're going to be the most required. They're going to be the most transformative to your own personal experience. So thank you again. Thank you very much for, just being here, listening to me, and see you in the next video. Subscribe if you like what you've watched, and bye bye.